Hey, what's good, people? This is Holy Warrior Yancey, and this is Holy Warrior Yancey Productions. I gotta talk about something that's heavily on my heart, and it's the issue of our black men killing one another. This street culture, this rap, hip hop, thug culture, whatever you want to call it, this drug dealing, shoot now, this drug using culture, this street way of life, this savage mindset, whatever you want to call it, is taking our men up out of here. I'm talking about our our men, young men, middle school and high school. We got men, our young men caught up in this mess. They're not graduating middle school, they're not graduating high school, man. They leaving this place 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old. And I think of the Bible. You know, remember during the Passover where the firstborn males were dying. And even when Christ came on the scene and how King Herod, was killing the young boys, in fear of the Messiah. We have to look at what's going on with our young boys, our young men, and our men. We have to look at it for what it really is. And it's a curse. And if we're going to get things right, we as a people, we have to get our stuff together. We're caught up in so many things that are wrong. I see a lot of mess on Facebook. I see women that I went to high school with and men that I went to high school with raising their children wrong, doing drugs in front of them, listening to music with all sorts of crazy lyrics in front of them, sharing ghetto, thuggish, sayings and ways of life, just basically, man, just raising these kids to be hoods and thugs, man. And it's ridiculous, man. So many people my age just don't want to grow up, just feel entitled to just live reckless. Don't get me wrong. You work hard, you should be able to play hard every once in a while. But to be in your late 30s and early 40s and still trying to live like you in your late teens and early 20s, that's wrong. And what kind of example is being displayed for the children? If we want to turn this thing over for our people, we have to get right with God. So much foolishness going on. I look at how our people aren't getting married. I look at how our men and women were just programmed to hate each other. And children born under us They watch how we interact with each other, and they see that men don't value women as they should, and women don't value men as they should, and they grow up thinking that this is okay. I see how women are programmed to take a man's seed and disregard him as if he's nothing. I see how men look at women as if they're sex objects, so they're nothing. I see mothers that know that their son is out in the street, but say nothing to him because they bring a little son home, some money or whatever, can supply him with some weed or whatever. I see so much mess, even in our churches. So much mess, so much dysfunction. If we want to correct the state that we're in, we have to get right. We have to be honest about the sins that we love and the sins that we enjoy, and how we put these things before God. We have to address these issues. But it's a curse. Are men being incarcerated like they are? Are men leaving this earth soon as they're leaving this earth? It's a curse. What we're going to have to do, we're going to have to get right with God. We're going to have to love one another. We're going to have to get in order. We have to be about marriage and family. It's sad we done came so far as a people. But I look at our history and our uprise. The thing that kept us strong was our families, was we honored household structure. Like you look at a black family back in the 60s and a black family household in today, you'll see the difference. But seriously, here are some things that really need to be done. One, we have to check the way we live in front of our children. Listen to some of these destructive messages in music. Kids being brought up on this mess. It seared so many young men's consciences. It really has. Like, that's those lyrics, that street way of living, it's gospel. It's the gospel to a lot of these brothers out here on the street. And exposing children to that, bring them up in that mess, it has a negative effect. And we have to acknowledge that and stop it. Something else that needs to be done. Our men and women need to get married and raise children together. And there's been a conspiracy against our men and our families in this country. And we have to deal with this issue and not be led by the direction this government, by the media, wants us to go. Because you can see the family, the single parent household, that thing was really orchestrated by our government. I mean, look at the history. Another thing that needs to be done is parents need to really be in their kids' business. I'm telling you, Check them kids' rooms, see if they got guns, drugs, whatever. Know who they're hanging out with. But seriously, what's going on with our young men? It's a curse. And in order for things to be right, we really have to get right. Had to get right with God. We have to love one another. We have to do things properly as far as, you know, really promoting our family units and marriage and family. Well, I'm just going to leave it right there. There's a little something that was on my mind that I had to share. Holy Warrior Yancey, out. Take care. God bless.